Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion. So today we are once again in the Isendale at Garin, but I think we've pretty much done all the quests that he's going to offer, so he should send us back. Where are we going? So yeah, he's going to move us on. You have done all you can here, Pendulous. It is time to move on. Travel south until you reach the Isen, and then head eastward along the shore until you find a large rock outcropping. There you will find another of our scouts, Inoff. I am certain that Inoff will have as much need of your aid as I. So we'll take that, we'll mount up, and it's going to be pretty much due south actually of the camp that we were at last time. So if we can just thread the needle around here then, and wander around to that guy. So, I'm not sure if you guys have been following my Twitter. I know a couple of you have subscribed since I last mentioned it. But I did post a link on there to a rather amusing video where someone had basically done a mashup of the Lord of the Rings, the films, that is. So they did all three films of the trilogy in the style of the Avengers Infinity War trailer. So you've got that basically the music from that trailer. This is the guy we need, but they've done clips from the movies and that, and it's actually really good. It works fantastically as a trailer and as well as like a parody of the Infinity War trailer. So if I haven't already, I will probably try and ping this up on the screen now. If it magically should appear on the top right of your screen for you guys to watch, because it really does deserve a watch. It is fantastic. So let's talk to Inoff, and he's going to give us one follow-up quest, but we've got to hand this in first.
Time is short, so is hope.
Pendulous, your name is spoken of well among the Rohirrim on these shores. This area had been quiet until recently, but in the past few days there have been shadows emerging from every direction. Oh no. There we go, so we've got a full set of free quests.
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope to overcome.
Pendulous, orcs have begun to venture forth from several caverns within the valley of the Isendale. They present a great threat to my people and must be driven back into their holes. They have been seen near rocky outcroppings around the bases of several hills to the east. You could reach the hills by travelling up the switchback to the north. Will you deal with these orcs for me? Yes, sir, I will. But we also had a deed or something complete. What do we have complete? It's not going to tell me. Quests in the Isendale. So we've completed enough quests to advance the quest deed, basically. So, second quest.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the Horse Lords have need of aid.
The orcs have been leaving caches of weapons for the Dunlendings within the Isendale. I am not sure the Dunlendings actually know who is supplying them, since the orcs deposit the supplies, then leave before the Dunlendings arrive. It is safe to assume, I think, that the orcs want us fighting each other. In order to disrupt their plans, we need to recover the supplies the orcs leave for the Dunlendings. With the supplies lost, the Dunlending force will be greatly weakened. The supplies can be found atop the hill to the east. And then our final quest, we've got some goods.
Minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Pendulous, the supplies once being ferried beneath the Isendale to Wolf's Cleft are now being delivered to many Dunlending outposts, including Brondrig. The Dunlendings hauling these supplies have been spotted along the hill to the east of here. If you would, follow the switchback to the north and look for the Dunlendings. They must be stopped. So here we go then. So they're talking about slightly north of our current position, one slightly north, one to the northeast, and then the third quest is pretty much anywhere in the Isendale. So we need to defeat orcs anywhere. So this is what they're talking about, these rocky outcroppings up here. And there should be a couple of entrances nearby on the other side. Some smaller rocky outcroppings to the north. So we'll gather up a few of these because we need these orcs. There's quite a lot of them here, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably enough for now. Okay, murder all these boys. Annoyingly, a lot of my skills end up being cancelled because one person will die to a bleed. So if we head slightly over here, this should be a cave entrance over here. We've got another orc grunt. Oh no, we don't need to collapse the caves yet. It's a follow-up quest. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we still need Mr. Orky here. That orc will also do. Pew pew. Where's the other one? Oh, he's reset. Fine. He's run away. He knows what's best for him. So we'll kill this chap up here then. This will be the last orc we need, and that should be the one that's... is this the one that's anywhere in the Isendal? We'll see. No, that's just the one to the west. Okay, so if we carry on going east, we should have the supplies, I think. So we'll just avoid him. I think the supplies should be scattered around, but should be near the rocks as well, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. Or do we just have to murder the people to get them? Maybe we have to murder a few people. Let's see if these guys have got them. You're going to drop me a box, sir? Yes, you have. You've dropped a supply. Fantastic. Okay. Let's find a few of your friends. So, something else I've also been doing recently, if you haven't already noticed on the end screen for a lot of the videos, I've been going through some of the older videos, just kind of sprucing them up a little bit. So a lot of the older videos, I've been redoing some of the thumbnails, just jazz them up, make them look a bit more interesting. So anyone who's going through the back catalogue of the channel, and particularly the LOTRO Let's Play series, can have some fancy looking graphics that might make them a bit more appealing to click on them and watch and start the series, and then get hooked for going on nearly 400 episodes now. So I've redid the Secrets one ages ago, just to spruce that up, because that was a playlist that was only about 10 videos at the time. But I've been going through... oh, here we go, there's the supplies here on the floor. Going through the videos, trying to kind of like identify them as well as I'm going through them. So I know some people have commented before that, you know, they'd like to see different thumbnails for each region. So I'm kind of going through that, kind of doing different thumbnails for each region. I'm also putting in hashtags as well, since YouTube has finally embraced the idea of having hashtags on things. So if you haven't already noticed the hashtags appearing not just above my videos, but above any videos you watch on YouTube. Basically, YouTube allows you to have 3 hashtags above each video now. You can have as many hashtags as you like in the video description. But the first 3 also appear above the video, and if you click on that, it basically does a YouTube search for anything else that's got those tags. So I've been going through them. So there's basically one tag for the Let's Play series. There's going to be one tag for a particular region in the game, and one tag for a particular class in the game. So every video will be tagged with those. So if you find one of those videos that is a particular region, you click on that hashtag, you'll see all the videos for that region. If you want to see all the videos for a particular class, you can click on that particular hashtag for that class, or just search for that hashtag, and it will come up. We need to kill this person that's hiding in the bush, don't we? Die, fool! So yeah, so that should hopefully allow you guys to find the specific videos you're after, if you're only interested in watching videos for a particular class, because that's the one you feel like you might want to try out, or maybe you are trying out and just want some tips, just to see that class in action. Then you should be able to find the videos that will interest you the most then, basically. So it is slow going, as you can imagine, trying to trawl through 400 videos, so this is going to be a work in progress going forwards through the end of the year, but you should be able to tell which ones I've updated based on new thumbnails, basically. So at the moment I've only gone through and done the Breland ones, so I'll have to make some funky thumbnails for each of the different regions of the game going forwards. But yeah, it should make those look a little bit jazzier, and embrace the new YouTube technologies. But yeah, it's quite funny actually going back as well, and while I'm doing this I'm having to rewatch my old videos, where my old mic used to sound like a bit of a toaster mic. This one's not too bad, at least, so it's a good investment. Because yeah, some of the microphones I had in the past were not great, shall we say. They got the job done, and enough of you stuck around to wait until I got a better microphone anyway. But yeah, I've got loads of jazzy new tech now. Been using the webcam quite a bit as well, as you may have noticed from all the different channel updates and so forth recently. No plans, as I've said before, to do that for the Let's Play series. just because trying to get all that stuff out just for these videos, which are done on a fairly regular basis, is a bit of an overkill. Trying to set that up in the spare room. But for special videos and that, I can crack it out easy enough. Or if I'm doing like a big binging recording session, it's easy enough to crack that out. So let's hand these in then.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
I fear that the orcs may be traversing beneath the Isendale a long way to aid the Dunlendings. These are dark tidings indeed, for it means the Dunlendings have an ally who is determined to see them victorious. There we go, second quest.
Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand.
These supplies will be sent to Forefront, where they will benefit our men.
Time is short, so is hope.
I will see that these weapons are disposed of, Pendulous. No civilized man would dare to use such cruel weapons.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the Horse Lords have need of aid.
So this is the quest I thought I had when we set off last time. Orcs have begun to emerge from several cave openings that lie at the base of the hills along the southern ridgeline of the Isendale. This is surely how they are bringing aid to the Dunlendings. If you would, travel back up the switchback to find these caves, collapse the entrances, and deny the orcs passage onto the landscape. So just this one quest for now, and we have to collapse 3 cave openings. So basically anywhere in the area that has a big rock should have a cave opening, basically. I think that, yeah, the big rock does count as well, and if we go slightly further north, those slightly smaller rocks should also have some caves we can shut as well. So if we are tactical about this, we can get in and out without them seeing us. And I think there's one on the left here, and there should be one on the right there. Here we go. Now we're going to have to fight at least one of these guys, so might as well be you. I mean, to be honest, I could have pulled both of you and killed both of you, but I'm pretty sure I've padded my Orc Slayer deed enough in this region. So it's not too important. For a minute there, I thought he aggroed. Is there one hiding? Yeah, there's one hiding around the back there as well. Okay, mount up. Destroy this third and final keystone. I think there are a few more scattered around as well. These aren't the only 3. Everyone should be able to interact with these separately. It's not like another player's going to collapse it before you get there and then you can't do it. You should be able to do it independently, or if you're in a group as well. If it doesn't work for all of you, then you should be able to collapse them one after each other anyway. Sneak around without aggroing the archer. No, we've aggroed the archer. Okay, we'll kill you then, sir. Or madam. There we go. So hand in this.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Ah, I am relieved by your tidings, Pendulous. With the cave sealed, the orc should pose little threat to us. And that
We
in.
stride into a danger that we cannot hope to overcome.
Word has recently arrived from Garin that our scouts have discovered that the caverns beneath the Isendale are much more extensive than previously thought. They run west beneath Dol Baran and north to Nan Kuranir. Hopefully Saruman will deal with the beasts, but in the event they prove overwhelming, our people must be warned. Yeah, obviously this guy hasn't been told Saruman bad. Bring word to Arduin at Forefront, Pendulous. He will know what to do. So, mount up. And now basically we are heading all the way back to Forefront, so we can just go east along the coastline here, along the shores of the river, and then turn north along that point and basically ride it all the way back to town. So I will cut away and I will meet you guys back at Forefront. Okay, so we're back then at Forefront, and we'll just hand this into Arvin.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
These words are amongst the most terrifying you could bring to me, Pendulous. We must warn Grimbold at the Ford of Eisen and send word to Fairdred at once. So we can have an earring, a bracelet, or a ring.
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope to overcome.
The force gathering in Wolf's Cleft is no feint. The clans are gathering in force and mean more than to push us from Dunland. They intend to march upon Rohan and likely Edoras itself. You must take this news to the outpost captain here at this camp immediately. There we go. So we'll go tell his boss the Dunlendings are on the move and threatening us.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Greetings, Pendulous. From what I have heard recently, it seems that matters with the Dunlendings may soon be coming to a head. What have you seen out there? It is worse than I feared, then. My scouts told me that a considerable force was gathering in Wolf's Cleft, but by your count it sounds like a full 10,000 men or more have gathered beneath the banners of the clans. And they are ready to march? I will tell you now, we have not the men or the horses here to hold the ford against half that many. Grimbold must be told, and soon, or we shall find ourselves swept back across the Eisen. So we've handed that in, and we don't actually have a vector quest to send us off to the new region. So presumably, the epic quest would have just functioned as the one and only vector we needed to head onwards. I don't have anything in my bags, so I guess we shall manually just travel over there.
Well met, my friend.
So we're going now over to the Eisen camp, over there, Grimbold's camp, just on the west banks of the Fords of Eisen. So here we go then. And Grimbold, if you remember, is upstairs at the commander's tent. So there we go, there is a quest ring available. We shall interact with him. So we've got the epic book as well that we'll have to do soon.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Welcome to the Ford of Eisen, Pendulous. Some word of your exploits has preceded you here, thanks to the work of my outriders. Grimbold stands silently in thought for several long seconds as you hand him the herald's horn and tell him of the battle in which he fell. Fastgill was a good and brave man. He knew it likely that any offer of the Dunlendings would be rife with treachery, but he took it upon himself to speak with them in the hopes that this war could be averted. I thank you for abiding with him in his last hours. So we can have a helm, which we've seen before, some gloves, not too bad. How do they die? No, they don't die too great. And the boots, fairly plain leather boots. So Dunlending patrols. There are patrols running up and down the road along the Eisen to the southwest of here. As long as they can keep an eye on that road, it will be difficult for us to make a move in that direction without them knowing about it. We are outnumbered badly enough as it is. We need the element of surprise where we can get it. If you could eliminate some of the outrider patrols on the road, I would greatly appreciate it. So accept this. We'll leave the epic for now. However, there is a chap over here with a quest ring. And, oh look! It's Devon, one of my fellow rangers, who seems to be a prisoner. He's tied to a post. I mean, surely he could probably shimmy that rope off the top of the post. It's not very high. I don't think they thought that through when they tied him to it, but he is being watched. Pendulous, well met. Or so I would say if I were not bound to a post. I came here to warn Phaedrid of Saruman's schemes, but I am afraid the wizard remains a step ahead of us. One of Grimbold's men produced a message from Edoras ordering the detainment of any men of Dunedain descent. It seems that Isengard may have wormed its tendrils into the nobility, if I do not miss my guess. Now, as much as I enjoy the comforts of a cheery campfire and the good company of my guards, I do not suppose you could see fit to speak on my behalf with the camp commander. I suppose I might be able to free myself, but I would likely injure or kill some of Grimbold's men in the process, and I would rather not give credence to Saruman's claims against us. So we can go talk to Grimbold on his behalf and say, no, vouch for him, he's a cool dude. I've known him for many a year back in Esteldin. That was his post before he came with us on the Grey Company.
What brings you to these lands?
The Ranger? Aye, we detained him yesterday when he entered our camp unheralded. We are under new orders as regarding the Dunedain. It seems that they have managed to cross the Lords of Edoras in some manner. Come, let us speak more of this in private. By which he means nearest two chaps, but under the tent. One of these rangers came to our encampment yesterday. They are suspected of conspiring with the Dunlendings against Rohan. It seems there is someone in Edoras who does not like your ranger friends overmuch. I deem it likely that the request for their capture came from Isengard itself. Yet I see much to arouse my suspicions about Saruman's intentions. I have no wish to detain the ranger, but I have little choice in the matter. I can no longer afford to trust our treaties with Isengard, yet my orders are clear. But now that we come to it, I do have an idea. So speak to him.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My hands are bound with ties that no knife can cut. Only a sharp wit will suffice to break them. The man responsible for your friend's imprisonment is a soldier under my command. An overprivileged fool from a minor noble house in Edoras. It would not surprise me in the least that if his family had unsavoury dealings with Isengard, and it happens that this man has volunteered to guard the prisoner today. I happen to know that this fellow is more fond of strong drink than is good for him. If he were to be swayed by such temptations during his watch, there is a danger that the ranger would slip away. That would be most unfortunate, as dereliction of duty is a severe offence that carries a stiff punishment. In any case, I have little more to say on the matter. Good day, Pendulous. Wink, wink. So he's just basically gives us a clue for what we can do there. So if we head over here, we can go speak to the Rohirrim Quartermaster and say, Mr. Quartermaster, can I have a pint of your finest strong brew, please?
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
What is that? Ale? Bah! You have no such luck, I am afraid. The Dunlendings raided our camp 2 nights ago and made a fierce fight of it. Only a few of our men were hurt, so it could have been worse. But the distraction of the attack brought their kin a few minutes to inflict some real hurt on us. They stole our entire supply of ale! I can tell you what they will do. I can tell you what that will do to morale around here, unless we get that ale back. But Grimbold will not let us send men out on a dangerous mission just to retrieve some casks. He says it is frivolous. Bah! You would think he would know better after leading men of war for so many years. Yeah, don't forget the booze. We need the booze. Don't worry, sir. I shall save your booze.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
The raiders who stole our supplies are without fear, it seems. If we do not teach them the meaning of fear, they are bound to be back, and in greater force. Perhaps you could hunt down the raiders who attacked our camp. They scattered into the hills somewhere just west of here, no doubt waiting for their next chance to strike. So we have to kill some raiders and looters. And we have to rescue the beer, but that's probably about a good place to stop today. So we'll leave it here for now. Next time we'll save the beer, but until next time, I will see you guys later.